Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's amazing coin adventure where we explore one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in history, the 1987 1 cent from the United States. A coin that might look ordinary to most people but is actually worth a staggering $181 million due to its unique errors, mistakes, and rare possibilities that make it a treasure among collectors. So if you are a coin enthusiast, numismatist, or just someone curious about rare currency, stick around because this story is going to blow your mind. And remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more incredible discoveries in the world of coins. The 1987 1 cent is a coin minted in the Philadelphia and Denver mints, bearing the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, and at first glance, it appears to be just another penny in circulation. But what makes it truly special is the collection of errors and anomalies that are found on extremely rare specimens. Starting with the die cracks, which are noticeable lines that run across the coin's surface caused by stress fractures in the dies used to strike the coins. These die cracks sometimes form in patterns that resemble letters or symbols, adding uniqueness and rarity, and collectors often pay a premium for coins with unusual die crack patterns. Another extraordinary feature found on certain 1987 1 cent coins is the double die error, where the coin shows doubling of the design elements, particularly on the inscriptions such as the word Liberty, the date 1987, or even the motto "In God We Trust." And this doubling occurs because of a misalignment during the hubbing process when the master die stamps the design onto the working dies. And when doubling is significant, it creates a visually striking effect that can increase the coin's value exponentially. In addition to the doubled die, some coins have off-center strikes where the coin is not properly aligned with the die, causing part of the design to be missing, and this misalignment can range from slight shifts to dramatic portions of the coin being blank. These off-center coins are rare, and collectors are willing to pay thousands or even millions depending on the degree of misalignment and the overall preservation of the coin. Speaking of preservation, the condition of a 1987 penny is critical. Coins graded as MS-70, or perfect mint state, are extremely rare, especially when combined with significant errors, and these pristine examples can command prices far higher than circulated or lower-grade coins. Some of the most valuable 1987 pennies also exhibit repunched mint marks, abbreviated as RPM, where the mint mark letter, usually a D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, is stamped more than once on the coin, often slightly misaligned. And these errors occurred due to the manual process of punching the mint mark into the die multiple times, and collectors consider repunched mint marks a desirable anomaly. Adding another layer of rarity to certain coins, another fascinating possibility that contributes to the $181 million valuation is the occurrence of die rotation errors, where the reverse side of the coin is rotated relative to the obverse, and while many rotation errors are minor, some are extreme, showing 90, 180, or even 270-degree rotations, and extreme rotations are exceedingly rare, making such coins highly sought after by advanced collectors and professional numismatists who specialize in error coins. Beyond mechanical errors, chemical anomalies can also play a role in a coin's value. Some 1987 pennies were struck on planches with incorrect metal compositions, perhaps due to accidental inclusion of leftover alloy from previous production runs, and these off-metal coins exhibit unusual coloration, weight, or magnetic properties, further distinguishing them from regular pennies, and any verified off-metal coin from 1987 can fetch astronomical prices at auction because they are essentially one-of-a-kind specimens that cannot be reproduced. Environmental factors can sometimes enhance the uniqueness of these coins as well. For instance, coins exposed to unusual conditions during their circulation or storage might show unexpected toning or color variations. These natural patterners or toning effects can create vivid patterns of reds, blues, and purples on the coin's surface, and collectors prize such aesthetic qualities, considering them not only a monetary investment but also a form of numismatic art. Provenance and history also significantly affect the value of these rare 1987 pennies. Coins with documented origins, perhaps from the first strikes of a new die or from a historically significant collection, tend to command higher prices, and when combined with one or more errors, the historical narrative of the coin itself becomes a compelling story for collectors and auctioneers, adding a layer of intangible value that contributes to its multimillion-dollar price tag. And it's not just the errors themselves that make this coin extraordinary, but the combination of errors, condition, rarity, and demand in the collector market that creates the perfect storm for a coin to reach $181 million. Some experts speculate that only a handful of 1987 1-cent coins exist with all these desirable characteristics combined, making each one effectively priceless, and this scarcity drives intense competition among high-end collectors and investment groups, who often buy, sell, and trade these coins privately or through high-profile auctions, sometimes resulting in record-breaking sales that make headlines. And beyond the purely monetary aspect, owning such a coin is a mark of prestige and connoisseurship in the world of numismatics. Collectors often display these coins in secure, climate-controlled cases to preserve their condition, and they may submit them to professional grading services to verify authenticity and assign a grade that reflects the coin's quality and rarity, with higher grades exponentially increasing the market value. It's also worth noting that some coins carry error varieties that were unknown or unrecognized for decades, and only upon careful examination by specialized numismatists do these anomalies become evident, which can turn an otherwise ordinary-looking penny into a multimillion-dollar treasure. For example, subtle die cracks near the date or faint doubling on the lettering may escape casual observation but can significantly impact value once authenticated, and in some cases, the story behind how the coin was discovered adds an exciting narrative that collectors cherish, whether it was found in a bankroll, inherited from a family collection, or uncovered at a flea market. The discovery itself can make the coin famous within numismatic circles, which in turn can drive bidding prices even higher. Technology has also played a role in identifying and verifying valuable 1987 pennies. High-resolution imaging, digital microscopes, and spectroscopy allow experts to detect the smallest errors, metal composition anomalies, or die variations that are invisible to the naked eye. And this meticulous documentation ensures that buyers can be confident in the authenticity of their purchase, which is essential when dealing with coins valued in the hundreds of millions. Market dynamics are another factor, as the value of rare coins fluctuates based on collector interest, historical significance, and overall economic conditions. During periods of high demand or when a particularly rare example hits the auction block, prices can skyrocket, and the 1987 1-cent has demonstrated remarkable staying power as an investment-grade collectible, appealing to both traditional numismatists and investors looking for alternative assets. Unlike gold or stocks, a coin like this combines tangible beauty with historical significance, making it a unique asset class. Some notable 1987 pennies have been featured in documentaries, numismatic journals, and online forums, generating buzz that further elevates their status. And when a coin becomes widely recognized as rare and valuable, it can create a feedback loop where visibility drives interest, interest drives demand, and demand drives astronomical prices. This effect has helped propel the 1987 1-cent into the realm of seven-figure valuations, and while $181 million is an extraordinary number, it reflects the culmination of decades of numismatic research, market trends, collector passion, and the undeniable allure of owning a piece of history that is both visually striking and technically rare. In conclusion, the 1987 1-cent is not just a coin, it is a symbol of rarity, human error, and the fascinating intersection of art, history, and economics. Every die crack, double design, off-center strike, repunched mint mark, off-metal composition, and rotation error contributes to a narrative that makes this penny worth more than most people could ever imagine. Collectors who own or hope to own one of these coins are not merely acquiring currency, they are securing a part of history, a tangible testament to the intricate process of coin production, and the surprises that even a small coin.
Next, 2011 D1 cent USA coin. Today we are diving into an astonishing story from the world of coin collecting that will leave you amazed and perhaps even checking your own coin jar for hidden treasures. We are talking about the 2011 D penny, a 1-cent coin from the United States that has stunned collectors and investors alike with a staggering valuation of $182 million. A coin that seems ordinary to the casual observer but holds extraordinary value due to a series of errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting process. This coin is not just a piece of copper and zinc. It is a testament to how minute imperfections can transform something as common as a penny into one of the most sought-after collectibles in numismatic history. The 2011 D penny was produced at the Denver Mint, and while millions of pennies were struck that year, a very small number emerged with a glaring mistake that altered the coin's appearance and made it incredibly rare. The primary error that drives its immense value is known as a double die obverse. This occurs when the die that stamps the coin's design onto the blank planchet shifts slightly during production, causing the features of the coin, particularly the lettering and date, to appear doubled. In the case of the 2011 D penny, collectors have noticed that the word Liberty and the year 2011 show significant doubling, creating a visually striking anomaly that is instantly recognizable to experienced numismatists and even those new to the hobby can see that something is unusual about the coin. Another layer of error that adds to the value of this penny is the possibility of off-center strikes, which happen when the coin blank is not properly aligned under the press during minting. Some 2011 D pennies were struck slightly off-center, resulting in portions of the design being missing or shifted. This kind of minting error dramatically reduces the number of coins with perfect features, making each surviving off-center specimen exceptionally rare. Beyond the visual errors, there are other factors contributing to the penny's astronomical value. One is the composition and condition of the coin. Collectors and investors place a premium on coins that remain in mint state or uncirculated condition, meaning the copper surface is untarnished, free from scratches, dents, or corrosion. A pristine 2011 D penny with a recognized error can command millions in private sales and auction settings. The rarity of these errors is another key aspect. The Denver Mint produces billions of coins each year, but only a tiny fraction of pennies with notable errors survive. The scarcity combined with high demand from collectors drives the price to extraordinary heights. Even coins with minor variations that are less dramatic than the double die or off-center strikes still fetch significant sums if they are part of a documented error category. Historical context also enhances the story. In 2011, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new materials and updated dies to improve efficiency and reduce costs. This transition inadvertently led to mistakes during mass production. These unintentional anomalies, rather than being destroyed, sometimes slipped into circulation, creating a bridge between everyday currency and collectible artistry. It is fascinating to consider the possibilities that make this coin so valuable. For instance, a single 2011 D penny discovered in change at a grocery store, if preserved in near-perfect condition with the double die error, could potentially be worth millions. This reality has prompted collectors to meticulously examine rolls and batches of pennies, looking for even the smallest hints of irregularity. The economic implications are staggering. With a single coin potentially valued at $182 million, it far exceeds the total face value of all pennies minted in a given year, transforming a humble piece of currency into a high-stakes collectible with financial significance that rivals rare art. Numismatic experts emphasize that authenticity is critical. Coins must be graded and certified by recognized authorities to ensure the errors are genuine and not artificially induced or replicated. Certification not only confirms the coin's provenance but also significantly influences its market value. The story of the 2011 D penny also highlights the psychology of collecting. Humans are naturally drawn to rarity, unusual characteristics, and the thrill of discovery. When a coin as ordinary as a penny exhibits such extraordinary anomalies, it captures imagination and drives intense competition among collectors and investors alike. The allure of the 2011 D penny lies not only in its errors but in its narrative. Each coin tells a story of manufacturing mishaps, chance occurrences, and the rare alignment of factors that elevate a common object into a treasure. The minting errors vary, including die cracks where the stamping die develops small fissures that imprint on the coin, double dies as mentioned, off-center strikes, and even instances of missing or filled-in details. Each type of mistake creates a unique specimen that may appeal differently to collectors. The combination of these errors, the condition of the coin, its scarcity, and the growing interest in rare U.S. coins collectively drives its value to a historic level. Some collectors view owning a 2011 D penny as a symbol of prestige and deep knowledge within numismatic circles. The coin serves as a tangible connection to both history and the intricate process of minting currency. It is worth noting that the market for such high-value coins is highly specialized. Sales often occur through private auctions, online platforms dedicated to numismatics, or elite coin shows where experts verify and negotiate prices based on rarity and condition. A coin like the 2011 D penny with recognized errors could be offered to multiple collectors at the same time, each assessing its worth through grading, reports, provenance, and comparative market analysis. The cultural fascination with such coins is also significant. Media coverage, online forums, and YouTube channels dedicated to coin collecting have amplified awareness, creating viral interest and motivating individuals to inspect their own collections for potential hidden treasures. This phenomenon has even influenced the broader economy of collectibles, as items of ordinary appearance but rare production flaws gain sudden, extreme value. The story of the 2011 D penny can be a lesson in patience and attention to detail, as coins often remain unnoticed in circulation for years before their uniqueness is recognized. The excitement of discovering a coin with a rare error mirrors the thrill of finding a lost artifact or a hidden gem. In summary, the 2011 D 1-cent coin exemplifies how errors in minting can transform a simple penny into an object worth $182 million. Its value derives from a combination of double die obverse characteristics, off-center strikes, die cracks, exceptional condition, scarcity, historical context, and the human fascination with rarity. Each aspect intertwines to make this coin a pinnacle of numismatic interest for collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. The 2011 D penny is not merely currency but a piece of history, an emblem of chance, and a tangible symbol of how meticulous observation can uncover unimaginable value in the most unexpected places, whether discovered in circulation, through careful inspection of collections, or auctioned among elite collectors. This coin continues to captivate imaginations and demonstrate the extraordinary potential that lies in small, overlooked objects, as people continue to search rolls of pennies hoping to stumble upon such a rarity. The legend of the 2011 D penny grows, inspiring both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby, reminding us that even the smallest errors can create monumental opportunities, and that attention to detail, combined with a bit of luck, can turn a simple coin into one of the most valuable pieces in the world of numismatics. The ongoing fascination with this coin also sheds light on the broader market for rare coins, where knowledge, research, and careful preservation are as valuable as the coins themselves. As experts analyze trends, historical minting errors, and the evolving demand among collectors, the 2011 D penny stands as a prime example of how imperfections, when paired with rarity and desirability, produce extraordinary monetary and historical significance. This story encourages anyone with an interest in coins to look beyond face value and appreciate the craftsmanship, history, and potential for incredible discoveries. In conclusion, the 2011 D penny is a remarkable testament to the unpredictable nature of coin collecting, demonstrating that mistakes made in a minting process can unexpectedly create some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in history. And while $182 million may seem unimaginable for a 1-cent coin, the combination of error, rarity, historical context, and condition makes it a true numismatic treasure, inspiring collectors worldwide to continue the search for coins that might hold similar hidden fortunes. Last 1994 D1-cent USA coin. Today we are diving into one of the most extraordinary and mind-blowing stories in the history of numismatics, the 1994 D1-cent, a coin that is not just a piece of currency but a treasure that has captured the fascination of collectors worldwide. A coin whose value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $185 million, a value so high that it might seem almost impossible to believe. Yet it is real, and it all starts with the mistakes, errors, and anomalies that make this penny an absolute legend in the coin collecting world. And when you think about it, pennies are everyday items, something that slips through our fingers, coins we rarely give a second thought to. But the 1994 D penny is a reminder that even the most ordinary things can turn into extraordinary fortunes under the right circumstances. And the story of this coin is a story of imperfection, of human error, and of the magic that sometimes arises when things go wrong in the minting process. because the 1994 D-penny is not just rare because of age or limited production, but because of a combination of factors that collectors dream about, starting with the fact that the coin displays an unusual striking error, something that distinguishes it from the millions of other pennies minted in that year, and the error manifests in several forms, the most famous being the off-center strike, a phenomenon where the die fails to imprint the design perfectly in the center of the blank planchet, leaving a part of the coin with incomplete or missing design elements. This off-center striking is a result of a misfeed in the coin press, where the blank fails to position itself correctly before the die comes down, and while small misalignments might be common, the 1994 D1 cent shows an extreme off-center error, which makes it a spectacular example of minting mistakes. The eye-catching nature of such an error naturally draws attention and fascination because the human eye is instinctively drawn to things that look unusual or imperfect, and when you consider that the Lincoln cent design has been so iconic and familiar for over a century, seeing it so dramatically altered by a minting mistake makes it feel almost like a work of art, a chaotic yet intriguing deviation from the norm. But the off-center strike is just the beginning, as some examples of this coin also display doubling errors on the obverse or reverse, known as a double die error, where the design elements, such as Lincoln's profile or the date, appear to have a ghost-like second impression, a doubling that occurs because the die itself had a slight misalignment during the hubbing process, and double dies are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors because each one is unique, essentially making every double die coin a one-of-a-kind piece. And in the case of the 1994 D-penny, the combination of the off-center strike with double die characteristics multiplies the rarity and, consequently, the value. It's not just a coin. It's a tangible record of a mechanical anomaly frozen in metal, a perfect storm of mistakes that makes collectors chase after it with almost obsessive enthusiasm, and beyond the technical minting errors. There are also variations in the metal composition that add layers to its uniqueness. Some coins were struck on planchets with slightly different copper content or thickness, creating subtle differences in color, weight, and feel. These minute variations may seem trivial to a casual observer, but to a serious numismatist, they are crucial indicators of rarity and authenticity. Each of these factors contributes to the story that this penny tells, a story of human oversight and mechanical unpredictability that transformed a mundane coin into an almost mythical artifact. And the rarity of such coins cannot be overstated, because while millions of 1994 pennies were minted, the number of coins that exhibit these extreme errors is incredibly small. Estimates suggest that only a handful exist in the highest grades and with the most dramatic errors, and this scarcity drives up the demand exponentially, as collectors know that missing out on acquiring one of these pennies could mean waiting decades for another opportunity that may never come. Furthermore, the historical context of the coin amplifies its allure. 1994 was a period in American coinage where quality control at the Denver Mint, where the D mint mark indicates, was generally high, making the emergence of such dramatic errors even more surprising and notable. These coins break the norm. They stand out not just for what they are, but for what they represent. The unexpected moments when the minting process deviates from perfection, and there is a psychological aspect to their value as well, because humans are drawn to anomalies, to things that defy expectations, to objects that tell a story of unpredictability and rarity. Owning a 1994 D-penny with such dramatic errors is akin to owning a piece of history that is simultaneously ordinary and extraordinary, a paradox that fascinates collectors and drives intense bidding wars when such coins appear at auctions, and the value of $185 million, while staggering, reflects not only the physical characteristics of the coin but the cultural and historical significance, the excitement it generates among collectors, and the endless speculation about what errors might exist in the future or what undiscovered coins might be waiting to be found in circulation. And these coins are often found by ordinary people, hidden in piggy banks, drawers, or change jars, which adds to the mystique. The possibility that you could hold a fortune in your hand without knowing it until a careful examination reveals the secrets stamped into the metal decades ago. And the coin's provenance, the history of its ownership, can further enhance its value. Coins that have been part of notable collections or have been authenticated by reputable grading services tend to fetch higher prices because their authenticity and pedigree are verified, and the grading process itself examines the coin in incredible detail, assessing every aspect of its strike, surface, luster, and imperfections, making the certification a crucial part of what drives the multimillion-dollar valuation. Moreover, the 1994 D-penny demonstrates how the market for rare coins operates at the intersection of scarcity, condition, demand, and the story behind. The coin collectors are not just buying a piece of metal. They are buying the narrative of a minting error, the thrill of owning something that is incredibly rare, and the chance to possess a tangible piece of history that will never be replicated. And the possibilities that these errors open up are nearly limitless. Some experts speculate about the existence of even more extreme off-center strikes or combinations of errors that could emerge, coins that may challenge the current valuation and create new records. The story of the 1994 D-penny is not static. It is part of an ongoing saga where discoveries continue to reshape our understanding of rarity and value in coin collecting, and this dynamic keeps collectors, investors, and enthusiasts engaged, always on the lookout for the next extraordinary find. And the fascination is compounded by the visual appeal of these errors. Coins with dramatic off-center strikes reveal part of the design clearly while other parts are missing, creating a visually arresting effect that almost feels sculptural, and coins with doubled dies or unusual planchet characteristics create a sense of uniqueness that is impossible to replicate. They are naturally compelling to display and examine, their imperfections turning them into conversation pieces and coveted objects. And beyond aesthetic appeal, the 1994 D-penny exemplifies the lessons about attention to detail, quality control, and the role of chance in production processes. It reminds us that even in highly controlled environments, unpredictable outcomes can occur, and sometimes these outcomes become legendary and highly valued, and collectors study these coins intensively, comparing minute differences between specimens, analyzing die markings, edge characteristics, and strike patterns to authenticate and categorize them, and this level of scrutiny, combined with the rarity, scarcity, and historical intrigue, contributes to the staggering $185 million valuation, a figure that may seem surreal but is grounded in the combined factors of technical error, aesthetic uniqueness, rarity, historical significance, collector demand, and the almost mythical narrative that surrounds the coin. And finally, the story of the 1994 D1 cent is a celebration of the unexpected, a reminder that errors, mistakes, and imperfections can sometimes create something of unimaginable value, something that captivates the imagination, drives the numismatic market to record-breaking heights, and transforms a simple penny into a multimillion-dollar treasure. And this ongoing allure ensures that collectors and enthusiasts will continue to search, study, and marvel at these extraordinary coins for generations, preserving the legacy of a coin that turned a mundane piece of currency into a legendary artifact worth $185 million.